So vehicle tracking is kind of an awesome program. Basically, once you set it, you just make sure you set your units, and then you can just flip through next to do the various options through here. Basically, I'm going to go to the library first. I'll pick a. So typically, when they pick the vehicle, they'll just find whatever one is typical for that area. But let's say you wanted to do something like a fire truck. I'll just type fire, and it'll bring up all the various fire trucks inside of all the libraries. But let's see, it was SU-40 was the one that I wanted, and I'll take this guy, and then I'll just say set as default vehicle. It puts us down in this little pool, so it keeps my vehicles down in this list. I'll just hit OK. Then when I'm ready, I have various ways to do the arc drive. Auto arc, I think I'm going to be doing a 90-degree turn because I'm just going to be testing the intersections. If I had a civil 3D surface, I could basically specify that under here, but I don't have any surfaces in here, and I can project on the final plan, and then I'll just hit OK. Then you can basically just start the vehicle. So I'm going to start my vehicle probably about here, line it up, and then say proceed, and I'm going to be turning it into this guy right here real quickly. Oops. And I'll pull in that guy. Looks like he should be fine. So then you'll be able to get that one, and then I'll repeat the process for the other sides of the intersection here. So the nice thing about vehicle tracking is if you do miss, say, something like this curve right here, you can basically come in here and you can modify the points to turn it a little more, to give the correction a little bit of it. It keeps the turn pocket for that. I can just bring that up a little more. You can also go, so for this area I probably need some counter turning. So they give us this little arrow here, which I can basically say, okay, well he's going to swing out this way a little bit and then come up here to make his turn. So it's nice to have those options. If you want to add more PIs, you can basically just say insert another one and put another target somewhere. If you want to make the turn a little different. If you want to remove a PI, let me just add one in. If you want to remove one, you can just drag it on top of the other one. You can also push the little animation button here to bring up a little animation. Push this guy, and then you can have the different trucks doing various things depending on what it is you want them to do. They're probably all going to like turn for themselves. But this you can basically move in and move out. So you can see the steering again. Let's play that in a loop. Also, if you want to check vertical clearance, you can use a Civil 3D profile. You just have to make sure that the profile is using a 1-to-1 view grid, because it doesn't understand vertical exaggeration. So just make sure you have one that has no exaggeration on it. Basically, go to vertical clearance. You'll select whatever default vehicle that you want, and then you will select the object to analyze. It's just going to confirm that these are the units. You say yes, and then it'll drive the vehicle basically along the path of this whole entire profile here. You can move the car around wherever you want, or the option. If your profile was not in the correct, for instance, let's take just a regular polyline, and I'm going to really exaggerate it and then try that vertical clearance over here. So let's go vertical clearance, use the same truck. Okay, then I'll select the vehicle, yes, and this one actually went all the way over. It's pretty steep, that guy. But if I made it a little more exaggerated, there's one other feature you should be aware of, is the fact that you can do a terrain analysis from this. So you can just do a ground conflict report. You need a path first. Let me just select a really large truck. Let's go with the low boy. I believe he is the longest one inside of this program. And then let's put in like proceed. Let's go through here, here, and there. And let's call that an end. Then I can do the ground conflict. Yes. It's going to basically check it. once it gives me the report, it basically gives me a little heat map. Then I can hear a section AA, and then if I zoom in, it gave me little section views. So I can go to section AA, and you can see where the trailer is cutting through at the lowest point of that particular surface. So it cuts the section right where the part that it's going in the deepest. So basically you can go through the entire analysis of the path, find out where this thing is cutting, and look inside of the profiles for you. But that's pretty much it for the vehicle.